Next company is Puma Exploration. The presenter is Mr. Marcel Robillard. He's the president and CEO of the company, and Puma Exploration has a major gold discovery in New Brunswick, which is in the Atlantic, Canada. Please take it away.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate the time I have today to introduce Puma Exploration to potential new investor. And I'm sorry if you don't understand, it's pretty normal. I'm a French Quebecer trying to speak in English to German people. So, I'm better on one-on-one. So if you have questions, we're in room 34, and with Mia Boaridi, she's corporate development. So please talk to me anytime. Happy to tell it. So Puma Exploration, if you see what it is, it's an early stage exploration project located in Eastern Canada. And as you look the first page, that is probably one of the best picture of the presentation. So it's really high-grade gold, all located at surface within one of the best jurisdiction. Very little overburden, so it's pretty easy to strip, remove the gravel, and have the two boots on ground to get as much sample as we can. So this is the way to do exploration. So what I'm going to say today, it's a bit the story how we went from looking for base metal to a good gold explorer in New Brunswick. So is it the green? Yeah, sorry. So basically, location, as you know, location infrastructure is everything those days. So we're well located in northern New Brunswick. This is located in eastern Canada, province of New Brunswick. So the yellow is our property. So it's all held 100% by Puma. So in 2019, we have made some acquisition from local prospector to acquire those places. So it's over 46,000 hectares, paved road crossing the property. So we cannot have a better jurisdiction, friendly places, a small province, which is good because we can talk to government when we want. So not too often, but just when we need. And, airport, deep water seaport. We have a small town just beside the play. It's about 30 kilometers, let's say half an hour drives, paved road. So your new kids, they need internet, Wi-Fi, so we have a skilled labor force because it's well located right there in town. So best place to do exploration in one of what has been called in the past, the Bathurst camp was one of the biggest VMS camp in the world, mainly for copper. So that's a little bit what we've done in the past. But in 2019, we tried to reorganize the company. We also look for new opportunities, and we follow a little bit what has been done in Atlantic Canada. So probably some of you are familiar with a company like Newfound Gold, also Marathon Gold. They are all, what we call for us the big brother. So the company that they are a lot more advanced than Puma, but we try to use their own ideas and try to skip what they have missed and try to use their good stuff that they have done. So Puma is located northern New Brunswick. And, if you look that little, not square, but that little circle, that's the reason why that we're so excited to have been able to put a hands on those ground. I mean, Atlantic Canada, that was before, the continent break, all linked up to Ireland now. So the Dallorian gold mine up to Marathon, which is the most advanced project in the area. So, low-grade, big pit at the surface. About 5 million ounces of gold, we are there, and also the Hale gold mine in USA. So what we're looking in that area is multi-million ounces of gold in the best jurisdiction. So, as I said, it's early stage exploration, but that's a huge potential. So that's a nice time to get involved if you want to be part of a story from the time of almost the discovery up to the time that it's going to be put in production. So I should say in that bracket, because we never know, it's still exploration. We're still building a mine. And I know that we're not finding a mine, we're building a mine. So which is mean we need to do some work, we need some investment, and it's a really well-started story yet. So just to give you an idea about what we're doing and the way we have a strategic development and exploration company, acquisition done in 2019, so which is pretty spectacular. So instead of going back to an old deposit and try to redo it and rebrand it, everything is start from grab sample, real geologist, prospector, and then we built, the gold inventory in that area. So So this is the playground. Even if we have 46,000 hectares, the flagship is the William Brook. So if somebody wants to follow our story, you're going to hear more about William Brook property, which is a flagship. About 90% of all the investment in the effort is directed on the William Brook, but more specifically on LGZ, which is the Lynx Gold Zone. So Lynx Gold Zone is a nice surface deposit that we have worked. So 2019 acquisition to 2021 surface exploration. What I mean by that is real grassroots exploration. Prospector, geologists on ground, boots, hammer, collect grab sample. So, as much grab sample that you can take, then you can select and locate where is the high grade. After those are found, then we do on more grassroots, which is trenching and stripping. So you see that the little picture, Lynx Gold Zone is still, you can do stripping at that size and be permitted to do it. So what I mean by that, it's about 700 meters long strip area, about 100 meters. So we have all the permit to do that. And that's why I said this is one of the best places, because you can permit that in that area. So there's different parallel gold zone, and two of the other is the Cougar and the Jaguar. So you probably see now the links, Puma, Lynx, Cougar, Jaguar. So we need to help to find more cat type of animals for the new discovery we're going to make within the next year on the project. So base metal camp is the Batters camp on the other side. So nobody really looked in details that part. So when we look what the age of the rock, the type of the fold, the type of the mineralization is similar to all the Atlantic Canada, and it's totally different than the VMS and the Batters camp. We've been working in the Batters camp for about 15 years. So when we decide to reorganize the company, we spin off the copper play. So Puma shareholders still have a hand on copper and zinc project, but I'm just running a gold company. So I don't have to put a hat of copper and try to raise money, come back, put another hat. So it's a gold company, but our investor having as well, a part of a potential copper company. So we hold 10% of the company, and there's $2.3 million more to come in shares or cash. So this is the main play. And if we move forward, that is what is the most exciting. So, work strategy is pretty easy, as much simple as we can. So you see, this is the same area. This is the Lynx Gold Zone. On the right, you have the surface grab sample. So the strategy is to strip everything, see the veins right at surface, and get as much sample as we can. So grab sample, and then you see those high grades, so like 31 grams up to 371, and it's really systematic sampling, really systematic. At the beginning, we try to look gold mineralization within the rhyolite, which is that on the right side, you see that rhyolite, and it's at the contact with sediment. So two different type of rock. Rhyolite is a volcanic dome, and sediment are pretty soft rock. So when like gold mineralization came through the rock, when it's really hard, what it does, it breaks. Like when you put an ice cube into hot water, it's all break. So that's what it does. The hot fluid with golds come into it, and they get capped up to the sediment, because sediments are pretty soft, and it doesn't break the same. So all the gold are capped there, and this is why along the contact, we have a zone of about between 50 meters to 75 meters, very high grade. So the other question is why you have not done channel sampling, why have you just did some grab sample, because we think it's almost the same representativity if we have access to the ground and take as much. But the thing is, we did a major drill program, which was the biggest drill program on our project, but also for the company. I've been named CEO in 2009. It's sometime tough time. Now we've been able to do 10,000 meters, and also one of our biggest shareholder, Crescat Capital, with Mr. Quentin Inning. We talk to them often, and they suggest do systematic drilling. So instead of falling in love, I'm a geologist as background, so sometimes I prefer an area or not. We have to do systematic 25 meters, 20 meters step hole to define where are the ore shoot, where are the gold mineralization to be able to go deeper. So 10,000 meters, and you see similar grade. So for sure, I didn't have big enough map to put all the numbers, so I'm a promoter, select the highest one to put there, but those are within a lower grade envelope. So always very high grade vein, stack vein within a longer intercept of lower grade. So we think that might be a potential open pit. So this is, drill up to July. We got the assays in August. Then they have all been published. The best hole, the discovery hole, was 5 grams over 50 meters right from surface, 0 to 50 meters, 5 gram gold, and that's what it's shown there. So there's a supergene gold enrichment, should come from an epithermal low sulfidation deposit with probably an aspect of orogenic gold similar to marathon. And as you can see on the longitudinal, that's what I was saying about the French things, this is those kind of hard. So just figure out when I'm going to say artificial intelligence later. It's even worse. So I already said it, so I won't tell it again. So those are high-grade gold intercept, you see over 10 grams going to depth. So what we have done with the first 10,000 meters, because it's so high grade at surface, we didn't want to go deep drill now, because that's where the cost is very high cost. So we want to, instead of doing deep, we want to do the extend. So we want to really confirm the mineralization at surface, and that will be, next year drilling program will be from 100 meters to 250. So now all the data are been sent to our consultant, and they're looking, to give us 3D modeling of the fault, the veins, to be able to drill deeper. We won't never drill 300,000 meters from, let's say, 200 meters to 400 meters, because we know that there's a certain depth that even if you go drill, spend money, you won't never do an open pit with it. So we should really locate it, look the first one to 200 meters, and then try to look for underground mining intercept. And this is a little bit the kind of mineralization we have at depth. If you see the core below, surface zone, pretty easy, free gold, VG in the supergene gold enrichment. So that's why you see those grade up to 371 grams, 100 grams. And then when we drill deeper, this is a 50 meters vertical depth. So deeper for me, it's not a kilometer, it's 50 meters. That's where we are. So 50 meters, and this is the kind of grade 46 gram over almost 4 meters that we want to chase at depth. But before drilling, we don't do exploration by drilling. We want to know where to drill, where is the ore shoot, and this is what we're doing now for the next year program. So this is really the type. We just got out the news early this week because we did a scoping study for recovery tests. We come up with 92% gravity recovery only. So this is really spectacular. And if we do that concentrate into flotation, we have 99.7% recovery. So that has been said, this is exceptional. Even us, we almost not believe it. So what we've done, we take a bigger sample, it's already done. We've drilled 8 HQ core, and we took 12 barrels, the 12 nicer vein at surface. We take 12 drums, 300 kilo each. So we're going to have about a 3,000 kilo sample for recovery test. That will be used for next year, spring, the bulk sample. So I have a bit of time, or not too bad?
You have a minute.
A minute, so perfect. So that's good because, huge land package. LGZ is the Langs Gold Zone. We concentrate all the work there, but also within the same time, 10% of the work is direct somewhere else, the Cougar and the Jaguar. So 3 years exploration technique, grassroots first year, trenching and stripping second year, and third year drilling. So at bottom, Langs is as the bulk sample, recovery test. The Cougar Gold Zone are at the trenching stage, and the Jaguar is the one. So as I said, artificial intelligence gives us where to go. Almost nothing has been done on the ground, early stage, so big potential. This is a mineral potential index map. It's not based on us, it's all based on the data, 11,000 sample. So we put all the data in that black box, they shake it, and they give us the potential map. So the red is not a mag, this is where the Furble rock are, and this is exactly what we have used to do those discoveries. So the 2 new zones, we use that mineral and potential index to find zone and strip. So this is exactly the new assays. The second ones, which is 4 kilometers from the Langs, which come to be really high grade, and another kilometers we found what we name now the Cougar Gold Zone. So I feel like in 2019, not for COVID, but because That was really the way we discovered the lengths, and now it has been drilled to 10,000 meters. So basically, next step, we focus on the lengths. We try to see the quality of the gold in it. During the same time, we have that strategy, growth strategy, and this is our share structure. So, about 120 million shares out. Insider is almost me. That's the people that they report. Family and friends are consultant. We have been trading, from 50 to now 17. We're a bit back, 20 cents. Now it's a good point to be part of the story. So if you want any more information, I'm good to answer. Thank you.
Marcel. Thank you. Merci.